Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rugby Wrap-Up in New York City. I'm Matt McCarthy, and I'm here with our esteemed colleague, the globe-trotting Johnathan Wicklow Barberie. JWB, it is great to see you.
It's great to see you, Matthew. Great to see everybody. Cheers.
JWB, for the New York Sevens, you won the MVP trophy awarded by the prestigious New York Rugby Club. But then you went to Vegas, scored a try in front of a roaring crowd, and somehow finagled a tryout for the New Zealand All Blacks through Gordon Tetchens, the Hall of Fame coach. But we can't cover it all right now, so we're going to do this as a two-parter. Since you're in New York City, let's go back to the scene of the crime, New York Sevens.
Fair enough, Matthew. Guilty as charged on all the above. But as for the Sevens, it was a spectacular tournament. The New York Rugby Club has over 130 teams converge on New York City from all over the globe. The winners were from as far as the shores of Australia
Central Queensland Highlanders!
and the exotic beaches of Ontario, which is in a place called Canada.
Yeah, we are familiar with Ontario and Canada.
Well, pin a rose on your nose, Matthew. But back to the tournament, there were some very, very clever kits. Of course, the ties and the mounties, Waldos, yodelers, some great food with great local cuisine, including a New York Rugby chili concoction called Two Pups in a Cup. New York City-style veggie and beef burgers, messy but delicious.
Indeed.
And exceptional rugby.
And it should be noted that the Ontario Blues won the under-19s despite being under the age of 18 at the time.
Yes, they were simply audacious.
Audacious.
Oh, you like that one? Anyway, it was all provided by the hard work of the NYRC.
And JWB, the NY7s has been going since 1959, and we have you with the Torney Brain Trust, Jessa and Jody.
How much work goes into a tournament like this?
We set the dates, we get the permits, we publicize it to all the teams, we get the team registrations, keep track of who's paid.
And how many teams are involved?
This year we had 132.
Jody, how many are male and how many are female, and where are these teams coming from?
About 70% from Canada, and male-female ratio is probably 60-40.
So the Canadians are taking over America, and we're trying to stem that by refusing to have Tim Hortons in New York City, but it's not working. Thank you, Jessa. Thank you, Jody. Johnathan Wicklow Barberie for Rugby Wrap-Up.
Good stuff, but changing gears, it looks like you started a new rugby rivalry just after that.
Yes, that was unfortunate. I don't suppose we have the clip?
We do have the clip.
Angel Rodriguez from San Sebastian, Puerto Rico.
Correcto.
And Roberto Gutierrez from Bilbao in España.
Ok, correcto.
Sí? Correctamente?
Correctamente.
The Australians were the prisoners of Europe. Is that what the Puerto Ricans are from the Spanish? Did you send your prisoners over to Puerto Rico?
No.
In the past, very long.
So yeah,
No. That's just
so right now we
If I may
have a
correct
civil
you.
war going on right now. The Spaniard says yes, the Puerto Rican says no, and they're going to settle it on the pitch much later on.
In my defense, I knew that you'd have that clip, and I brought one of my own to show that I actually did patch some things up. See, a little snip here, a little stitch there, a little wipe. Look at that smile, mate. And then I took that goodwill over to a visiting wedding party.
That is one lucky bride. But the big story was you winning that MVP trophy.
Yes, as you can see from what we have here, I was a tackling machine against a team that called themselves Finbar's Wedding. And despite 2 red cards in one match from a deaf, dumb, and blind referee that calls himself Greg Gilliam, I did take home the hardware.
That was amazing. And Greg Gilliam is deaf, dumb, and blind. There's no denying that. But you had a I'm going to Disneyland moment interrupted, right?
Yes, the moment was interrupted. I was chatting with the press and paparazzi about what I was going to do after having won the MVP trophy when an overzealous young lady came racing up and interrupted and sent things asunder. From that point on, there was a line of impersonators posing as me, but they obviously never played rugby and knew nothing of the game.
Well, no doubt about that. One dunce after the next.
A confederacy of dunces, to be sure.
Well, just look at these guys.
Shameless posers.
I don't know about shameless, but these guys are definitely losers.
It's the price you have to pay for fame, Matthew, and sooner or later, there'll be some baldies running around dressed as you.
I doubt that, but we do have to end here. Please check out part 2 where he gets a tryout with the New Zealand All Blacks. Like our Facebook page, Rugby Wrap Up. Follow him, Johnathan Wicklow Barberie, on Facebook and on Twitter at Rugby Wrap Up.
Yes, help us promote rugby by supporting us.
Right. So on behalf of Johnathan Wicklow Barberie, I'm Matt McCarthy for Rugby Wrap Up, signing off.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
RugbyWrapUp.com.